the search for truth in Ireland that still goes on to this day. Now, what is the right age for a child to start school? Perhaps 7, 5? What about 2 years old? Well, that's the recommendation from an education chief here in England. She says that children from disadvantaged backgrounds should be enrolled in school as toddlers. Well, most children in England start at the age of 5. And Baroness Morgan says that poorer children are often up to a year and a half behind their classmates. Well, Lucas de Jong joins us in the World's newsroom. Now, oh my goodness, you've got a test for us as well.
It's the great age debate, John. This is what we're trying to settle today, because as we've talked to people around the World's newsroom today, we've realised that the age does differ a lot around the world. In fact, on the BBC magazine today, there's a story about children in China going to boarding school as young as 2 and 3. So to settle the great age debate, we have gathered Kate, who started school when she was 3, and Inky, who started school when she was 6 in Iceland, to answer a couple of questions. Simple questions, mind you. 907 divided by 16 on the math size, and what does insuperable mean? So if you guys would like to begin, we're going to head down this way and talk to my two guests, Pavel from BBC's Russia service and Howard from the BBC's Chinese service. Pavel, start us off. In Russia, how old do children have to be to start school, and how long has it been that way?
Well, they start at 7 usually. Sometimes you can start at 6, but it's rather exception. And this system was introduced during the Soviet Union, and it's in place for more than 50 years now. And this was the part of this Education for All program established by the communist government. So that's why it's more or less the same through all the country, all the republics and region, and it's pretty much unified.
Fantastic. 7's at one end of the scale. Howard, you're at the other end of the scale. Now, 7 is actually the official age in China, but it happens a little bit younger that people go to school, doesn't it?
I guess this had a lot to do with the one-child policy. Three sets of families, both sets of grandparents and the parents, all hoping this one child will somehow be somebody one day. And that pressure is tremendous. That's why starting at 7, people start to creep forward. Maybe at 1 year preschool, maybe another year, maybe teach them a little bit about music or arts. And that just maybe, by this time had forced the age down to as early as 2 and 3. But the official line is still 7.
2 and 3 is incredibly young.
They're still wearing nappies.
They are still wearing nappies, and is that the feeling, that that's all right for children to be going to school that young?
I guess that would not be the mainstream opinion. That would be the individual's choice from the parents who really think their children are as talented as they are. I have no doubt they're talented, but pushing them that hard, many experts have already indicated, may not be the best thing for the kid, because they have not fully developed mentally, emotionally, physically to actually take that much concentration out of them every day as a formal education.
Excellent. Pavel, if a child starting at 7, would parents normally make some moves to start the education earlier than that?
Well, they do, and exactly. Just like in China, it's about parents and what they want their kid to achieve. That's why they would go to the private teachers, probably teach them music or go into sports, something like that. But at the same time, children would usually know how to read and write before the school and preschool, but it's really basics. So, and then it's up to parents what to do.
It definitely is up to parents. Thank you both, to the both of you, for joining us for this conversation. We'll come back up to the whiteboard because they've had a few minutes now. They're still scribbling like crazy as well. Ladies, if you can move aside. Kate, out of the way. Right, here's the answers that we've got. So we got 2.
I didn't get anywhere.
No, we got nothing on the maths from Kate, and Inky's got
6 and 11 left.
56 with the remainder 11, which is the correct answer, incredibly. Not too bad. And insuperable, what you thought would be the answer?
Impossible to overcome or get over something.
Impossible to overcome, and
I think it's something that can't be bettered.
they're both right, actually, and I feel like the exact line for that is incapable of being passed over or overcome. So they've both done incredibly well. Congratulations.
Lucas.
Not too bad at all. John, you're the most insuperable man I know. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, by the way, can you just say to Kate Peaver and to Inky, I never noticed when I've worked with them on the road before they had any problem working out their expenses in the way that they've obviously had working out the sum today.
Kate, you're going to break her heart. Leave her alone. She did well. She had some calculations up there.
Fantastic. There we are. Lucas, brilliant stuff. Thank you very much.